Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmay Biswas. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry, the Mystery of Molecules. So I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to discuss a ester hydrolysis related problem, stepwise way. Okay, so means you can see one ester is given, under three condition, three final product will be produced. So you have to find out what is the final product. At this situation, I request you people, please pause the video and try by yourself. And definitely, after a few minutes, I will explain everything with logic. Okay, so this will help you to self-evaluate. So, I hope you have tried. Now let me explain stepwise. First of all, in such cases, such problems are very interesting because this could be asked in your viva, in your exam, anything, means any step a particular product could be like A, B, C. What is the structure of A or B or C, anything. So in this way, now question is you have to find out what will happen and why. So see the condition, KOH methanol reflux H3O plus NaOH heating H3O plus NaOH EG means ethylene glycol reflux H3O plus. This is the overall reagent, but actually this condition is ester hydrolysis under basic condition. So first of all, what we can learn from this information, ester hydrolysis under basic or alkaline, whatever you say, condition. Now let's come to stepwise, and after that I shall give you my personal opinion about these reagents. So first of all, see, if you look at these reagents, these are aromatic acid. Okay, let me draw this here. It will be, I guess, easier to understand. Let me draw it again. All are methyl ester. Okay, this is the structure what I have provided. Now question, see, these two, this one and this one, aromatic ester, means from aromatic acid, means this carbonyl group is in conjugation with the benzene nucleus. Fine. That's why it is relatively less electron deficient. Apart from that, see, there are two OH groups are there, which are actually electron releasing, means plus R effect. So both are and this is also same. See, this is in between two oxygen. This is some differences like ortho and para, but not that much contribution. Okay, whereas this group is actually, this is aliphatic. Okay, so advantage, this is actually sp3 carbon, no conjugation. So if the situation is like that, then what we can conclude that first step, this will be hydrolyzed. Everything will remain same. By the way, keep one thing in mind. See, this is actually a KOH, very strong base. Okay, so what we can expect that under this condition, this OH may remain in equilibrium with its corresponding carboxyl, means phenolate complex. So what is the consequence? First of all, through this conjugation, they were not that much electron deficient. Right now, after this conjugation, their electron deficiency will further reduce, but it will remain unaffected because no direct conjugation possible. Consequently, what can happen? That this will be hydrolyzed to make carboxylate. See, step 1 means carboxylate, methanol reflux. By the way, temperature methanol reflux means methanol's BP is around 65 degrees, 64 point something, 65 degrees centigrade. So reflux means you can consider plus 10 degrees centigrade enhancements, that is like that. It is not mentioned, but like 75 degrees centigrade. Okay, this is 95. This is ethylene glycol reflux. I come slowly. So first product is this. So product, if it is A, so this A is actually this hydrolysis. Fine. Now, in second step, 40% sodium hydroxide in 1 minute, 95%. So what first step will occur? Not tetrahydrolysis. Please be careful. There will be an acid-base reaction. These will be minus. This is Na plus. This is the first step. Means in exam, examiner can do it little cleverly. He can eliminate the H3O plus and ask you. Then if you memorize, you will be in trouble. Fine. That's why it is essential. If you understand logically, you will never do mistake. Fine. Now, see CO2Ne. Now which will be hydrolyzed? Okay. Now the question is, among these two, which one will be hydrolyzed? This could be determined. See, what is the difference? This is a CH. Let me clean it. So this is. Now question, which one is expected to be hydrolyzed? Just try to understand this and this. Okay. Now see, for hydrolysis, how this hydrolysis is happening? Means, if you check the basic mechanism, this is the O R prime, and we have used, everywhere we are using hydroxyl alkyl, means HO minus. So what is expected? It will attack in the carbonyl group, open up these leaves, and then what it will result? RCO minus, sorry, OH and OR prime minus alkoxide. Okay. And instantly it will abstract the proton from the carboxylic acid and it will produce ROH and carboxylate. This is the overall mechanism. Now, what message I want to give you by this example is that reaction initiated by the nucleophilic attack on this carbonyl group. Okay. So this is actually a nucleophilic attack. Okay. Now question, this factor is controlled by the steric hindrance. If you consider now this versus this, which is under more steric crowding? Obviously this is why. See, in this case both are hydroxyl, in between two hydroxyl, whereas one in this case one is hydroxyl, one is CH2COO minus, bigger, consequently it will not, this will be hydrolyzed. So in the second, what will be the structure of the product? Means I am talking after H3O plus. This COOH, this is COOH, CO2 in. This is fine. Same thing like carboxylate, after that will be even in the next stage. Sodium hydroxide ethylene glycol. Similarly, similar thing. First, these protons will be, because they are acidic proton, there is a chance that this OH will remain in equilibrium. And ultimately only one left. So simple question, who will be hydrolyzed here? So the last one will be hydrolyzed, and what it will result? Means at the end of H3O plus, CH2, COOH, COOH, CO2H. This is. Now let's focus a little bit about the reaction condition, because I think lots of chemistry is hidden in the reaction condition. What do I mean? See, this is 75 degrees centigrade. This is 95 degrees centigrade, and ethylene glycol boiling point around 180 degree. So you may consider around 190 degrees centigrade. So around 190 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now question, why there is a difference in temperature and why there is so much less difference, whereas this is a huge 95 to 190. Why? See, first of all, this is a not conjugated system. So what is happening here doesn't matter. It will be unaffected. And see, this is only a sigma bonded, no plus R effect, and so it actually will not have a negative, positive anything effect. So see, this is 75 degree reflux, but it is 95 degree with 1 minute, very fast. Okay. Second, why generally KOH? Why in this case NaOH? See, KOH, potassium hydroxide, is more soluble than sodium hydroxide in organic solvent, and methanol is an organic solvent. So point is KOH has better solubility. Okay, because of larger size of potassium. Fine. So this we have understood. Now question, why there is a drastic change in condition? Why? See, the reason is, when you take this reagent and put under this condition, what is the first thing will occur? First thing, that these will be converted into sodium salt. Fine. So if it is now sodium salt, is it that much withdrawing? Because we know carboxylic esters withdrawing, but if it is carboxylate anion, then it is not withdrawing, because it is already a negative charge. It don't have any deficiency of electron, and its negative charge is localized over 2 oxygen. You may argue that, sir, there must be little deficiency. Okay, that little is not sufficient at this condition. That is the answer. Now this C, under this condition some OH may remain O minus. That is also possible in equilibrium. Okay, so see, these CO2Me actually have a huge pulsar effect from this benzene nucleus, and which reduces the electron deficiency at this carbon. So if it is very less reactive and you want to make the nucleophilic attack on this, then you need higher temperature like 190 degree. Okay, and second point, here and here, why sodium, previously potassium? First of all, as I said, solubility, but when you increase the temperature, make the condition more drastic, then it doesn't matter. See, here 40% NaOH and here purely NaOH, and this is ethylene glycol, means this is high boiling solvent. So this is the overall explanation for this hydrolysis. By the way, sometime don't be confused. I believe I should mention that this O minus produced, it can attack this group. No, not possible. First of all, 4-member ring formation is not easy. Second thing, see, there is if you think this type of 4-member ring, and if you think this, which is more strained, this is extremely strained, because this is sp2 120 degree angle, so not possible. So known NGP, expect neighboring group participation. Okay, so this is the end of this discussion. So what you have learned today? We have learned today that ester hydrolysis of different carboxyl group present in a same molecule, and about means how this is happening, and second, why their reactivity pattern is different, and which one will be hydrolyzed first, which one will be second, and which one will be third. Point wise aliphatic, point wise less bulky, point wise at the end ultimate one, there is no another option. So in this way reaction will proceed, and always keep it in mind, you can write CO2H when there is a H3O plus written. If it is not written, please be careful, think and answer. Because of that you may lose some marks in the exam. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. If you really like my teaching, please help my channel to grow. First of all, subscribe my channel Chemistry, the Mystery of Molecule, and please press the bell icon to get the notification of every single video I upload. Secondly, share this with among your friends so that they can also enjoy the benefit, and most importantly, please like the video and make some good comments, because it motivates me a lot. So thank you again, stay happy, stay blessed, see you in my next video.